Houston, where is the silver at? We got a lot of breaking news, my friends. Silver Eagles have just jumped in price. I got some information from these online bullion dealers, what they are charging for raw silver Eagles. We've got hit with it too at the coin shop. We got some in today. We didn't get hit with it, but we got to raise our prices to keep up with the overall market. That is how it works. Unfortunately, it's called replacement cost. We're going to dive into that. We got some news from the San Francisco Mint that was released in September. I missed it, but I want to make people know what's going on with that as well. Let's get into it. Help me out with the thumbs up, my friends. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share these videos out to everybody that you know. Just to one person at least. That will get the information out to more and more people. Silver Eagles have jumped in price in premiums. I warned this was probably going to happen with a rising silver price just a few weeks ago. Some people laughed. Some people said they're going to jump on board. I got some prices right now. These are changing as you're going to see this video. These prices are as of, I want to make this very clear, prices as of recording of this video, and they probably have already changed since I wrote these prices down. Let's get into it. Silver Eagles 2025 tubes of 20. Hero Bowling was out of all 2025s. Monument Metals was pre-order only. Pre-order only. JM Bullion. Time of the recording of this video, they were $1,200.60 for a tube of 2025s. I'm not talking about Privy Marks. I'm not just regular 2025s. At max was $1,194.60. SD was $1,153.60. But channel sponsor Pinbacks beats them all out at $1,133.60. As the recording of this video, we need to make that crystal clear. Prices are changing due to the spot price. I often say, you want to spend more? That's your business. If you want to spend less, you better check out channel sponsor Pinbacks. A lot of times, they got the cheapest price around for an online dealer right there. If you want them, grab them now, my friends. Inventory is shrinking up. I understand. I see these comments when I say this. You're seeing the inventory out there now. But I got to warn about this. What people are not seeing. The backlog of us trying to order to replace this stuff. It's not there. Okay, so when this product is gone, it's going to be gone. That is the warning right there. Prices are going up. We are over, Kiko spot prices, over $50 once again for an ounce. Some of these online deals are getting over $60 for one raw silver Eagle. One raw. You see 3 graded coins here. I talked about graded coins in the past. Got laughed at. All these graded coins you see on this screen. These 3. And I got more. You know, I didn't pull them all out. I'll be here all day. I got a lot of graded coins. I chose to go with the little bit graded coins over raw. Every single one of these, most of what I own right now, I paid less than $60 a coin. Less than $57 a coin. And look what we are now for raw. Look what we are now for raw coins. Hey, I'm happy. You know, if people didn't want to get graded coins back when I suggested, when you can get them for $2 or $3 over the price of raw coins, now we're paying a lot more for raw coins. I warned about this. It is what it is. I mean, here's another graded coin. with the red core. Let's see if it's going to focus. 2016. You know, I stacked up on these. They don't take that much more room, this, my friends, in your safe. Yeah, maybe they take a little bit more room. They stack very nicely. I wouldn't be shying off of graded coins if you can get them about the same price you can get raw coins for. Some people on eBay right now don't realize the price has gone up. You can still get graded coins for about a little bit, sometimes a little bit cheaper right now than raw coins. Stay with good sellers out there. Check channel sponsor Pinbacks out, my friends. They normally have the cheapest price. I can't always guarantee that. They don't always have the lowest price. But oftentimes, when you can save 20 bucks, over $100, close to 80 bucks per tube, over these other giant retail, online retail companies, what can you do with that money? What can you do with it? You know, versus Pinback's price over, let's see here. Give me a minute here. I'm trying to, over 1,200 bucks. I mean, you're talking almost $70 difference between JM and channel sponsor Pinbacks. 1,200 bucks. Why would you want to go there and spend more? I just don't understand that. This is why we gotta shop around. This is why we gotta shop around. This is what I've been touting about for a while. I said, and I quote, go back and look at my videos. For the people who have been around for a while, you have heard me say, you're probably going to see the premium's going to go up along with spot price. And here we are. And the trouble is right now, I'm not sure when the U.S. Mint is going to start changing their dies over for 2026. I will give another warning now. If you want 2026 Eagles, they're not available yet. I highly recommend pick up a tube of 2026. 2026 May. Let me put that again. May. M-A-Y. Be a very short year with Silver Eagles. We don't know that for sure yet. We still don't have the final numbers for 2025 yet. This is what's going on. Rising premiums with high spot price. Or higher spot price. U.S. Mint out of San Francisco. If you want proof Silver Eagles, this is the last year they're going to be doing that. 2025. So if you want the last year's coin from San Francisco, the proofs, grab them up now. That came out on September 23rd of 2025. I kind of missed that one. So I want to give everybody a chance to grab the 2025 proofs if you want them. If you want them, grab them now. This is, according to the U.S. Mint, this is the last year they're going to be minting the 2025s out of San Francisco. The proofs. On the pennies, we know 2026 is going to be the last year. So whatever they got left for blanks, they will be minting some pennies in 2026. That will get cut off as soon as they run out of blanks, and that is expected to happen early 2026. So how many pennies are going to be dated 2026 out there? That could be a very expensive coin later on. When 2026 rolls around, you're going to be looking for these 2026 pennies. Because it's going to be the last year of the penny as well. So you will see some out there with 2026. But it's going to be very, very few out there. It's going to be a very low supply of 2026. That could be some money if you happen to get a couple of those from the bank. Ask your banks when after 2026 comes around in January. Make a mental note of this. You want some rolls of 2026. Maybe you can talk to the bank manager and they will save you some rolls of 2026. Maybe you can get a box. We don't know how much is going to be left over. We don't know How soon in 2026? They're saying early. What do they mean by early? The first quarter it cuts off? I don't know. I'm just trying to relate all this information to you folks now. I've been trying to warn about higher prices coming. I don't want to keep bloating about this, but I've been warning since May. I said September, watch out for September, watch out for September with the silver price. I just happened to be right. Watch people like David Morgan. Watch people like Craig Hansey. Watch people like Michael Avila. I like him the best. He has not missed a beat very much, my friends. He's been right on a lot of the stuff he's been saying. You don't have a crystal ball. But I urge people, urge my viewers, urge my subscribers, and I hope you all become subscribers. Just like 35% of you who are watching are not subscribed yet. Why not come join Stop the Milk campaign right now? It's free to watch. It's free to subscribe. Yeah, I'm crazy, but that's okay. We're all a little bit crazy in our minds, right? It's okay. But I'm trying to warn people what's coming. I don't have that crystal ball. You know, don't ask me how I knew about September. I just had a hunch. I went with my hunch. That's when it comes to be when you're buying and selling as well. If you think the price of silver or gold is going to fall off the cliff, then sell. If you think it's going to rise, you better get what you want now. Because 2 months from now, 3 weeks from now, we could be seeing a whole different tune. Inventory is going to start shrinking up. You're seeing it now online. You're seeing it now at your local coin shops. That supply is not going to be there forever. Supply chain is getting broken down. I understand when people say, I see plenty out there. But what you're not seeing, please take this warning seriously. What you're not seeing is the back end of it all, what we're seeing from the wholesalers. Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. And then they get it back in. It comes in, and it's right up back out the door. This is crunch time, my friends. We have already been told other mints from around the world are out of stock. That information's out there. I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. Today we got a good drop from our bullion dealer today. The driver said today, Chris, if you want something for the shop, grab it now. Because it comes in and it's going right out back the door. Another shop's buying it up. You see something, don't wait. Inventory is getting thin out there, my friends. You might be seeing it now. All these online dealers may have it now. But are they going to have it by next week? Are they going to have it 2 weeks from now? I'm trying to get that point across. I'm not trying to charge fear or panic here. But if something, you got the cash to do so. Grab it. Because we know prices are going up. You know, we fell back off a little over 50 yesterday. We're right back over 50 in the Kitco spot price today. How much further? It got up to what? 51.17 today so far. The day's not over yet. Silver, remember, is on the strategic metals list as well. Don't you think that's not going to drive up the price even more? We're still in the government shutdown. That's going to drive up the price more. We got more rate cuts coming. That's going to drive up the price of silver, gold, platinum, copper even more. This time is different, my friends, and I know. You know, we hit 50 twice back to back. 2 days in a row. That did not happen in 2011. That did not happen in 1980. It fell off a cliff. We're going north, my friends. It's still, silver especially, still kind of cheap. Still at today's prices. You can afford gold, get gold. If you can afford platinum, check out channel sponsor Pinbacks. They got the platinum Eagles, no, excuse me, platinum Maples back in stock, random year. Canadian Maple Leafs. Last time I checked, they had 12 left. They had 12 in stock. They're not going to last. If you want those platinum coins, you better hop on the bandwagon now, because they probably won't be there this afternoon. I'm just trying to keep you all updated what's going on. And I don't, like I said, I don't have that crystal ball. But what I'm seeing out there, trying to get the inventory for the shop, it's hard to get the inventory for the shop right now. It's still coming into the doors by the customers. At some point, that's going to be backing off as well, because more and more people are starting to have strong hands. They're seeing the picture. We're not going to dip this much this time. We're not going back to the $20 silver. We're not going back to $2,000 gold. We're moving up, my friends. We're moving up. We're still processing coins. The 90% silver coins. The girl's just about done with the dimes when I came home for lunch to do this recording for this video. She will start working on the quarters next. I have gone through some halves. I've not found anything spectacular yet. Only thing I did find was a couple 1933S walking halves. We can pay the customer a little bit more for those. Maybe like $10 more each coin. We only found 3 of them. So I'm going to go back and make the phone call and really examine these coins and find out what we can sell them for at the shop, because they will move. Because the 1933S, they only made them at the San Francisco Mint in 1933, the walking halves. So they're a little bit of a semi-key date, I would say. So I'm going to try to get the close grade as I can possibly can put on these. Not official grade. And blow them out. And what we're probably going to do is, if we sell them, we're going to give the customer a percentage of that, of what we already paid on top of it, to the customer. We're probably going to give them like about 90% after what we paid for them. Customer will be quite happy. So we probably can sell these things for probably about $40-45. We paid like $16 or whatever, and we paid 32 times face, whatever that comes out to be at for these coins. 32 times face, 50 cents. That is what we're going to try to do for this customer. We found 2 of them. Not found anything really spectacular at all. I still got about, I don't know, maybe $300 face left to process. Not gone through yet of the halves. And then we're going to start working on the quarters next. So we're getting there, but it's going to take us some more time. We're probably going to be into next week with this, processing this. And please, 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 if you're going to sell, I got to give this warning because it will make your life easier. It makes the coin shop's life easier. If you're going to sell a mass amount of silver, and you got it in coin holders, you got it in flips, the shop that I work for, we don't care how you bring it in. All we ask, keep the rounds with the rounds. Keep the same type of rounds with the same type of rounds. This is our shop. Keep the coins with the same type of coins. Don't come in with a box full in the coin box. Round, round, coin, coin, round, round. It takes too much time. Okay? You want to be in and out. Some coin shops don't want them in these type of flips. These type of holders. They don't want them. For whatever reason. To make your life easier. If you're going to dump a lot, please call the coin shop and ask them how they want it back. How they want it returned back to them. What's the easiest way for them to process that material so they can get you in and out of the door. And it's not about trying to beat up anybody here. It's just trying. Every coin shop works differently. You got to realize that. Every coin shop wants different things, and it just makes it so much easier for yourself and to the coin shop. It is very hard for us to go through when someone brings in mixed bags of 90% silver. Yeah, we can separate them through the coin count counter, but then we search them for key dates. That takes time too. We're not asking at our shop to look for key dates. But if you're going to sell 90% silver, my friends, the best way to go through it, put all the 50 halves with the 50s. Put the 60s with the 60s. By decades. Same thing with the dimes. And you really should be doing it by type. That way, if we know, the coin shops know what the key dates are, and they can look through the bag of 30s, the bag of 20s, the bags of teens, the bags of 40s, the bags of 50s. You get the idea. Put the same type of coins. You know what? It's not that difficult to go look online and find out what these key dates are. Go through them yourselves. You don't want to be taken advantage of if you can get a higher price on a couple coins you might have and not even realize you have them. The product is out there. All you got to do is do your own research. And I'm asking people to do this because you don't want to give up more. You don't want to give up a key date and the coin shop's not going to be honest with you. You want to deal with the honest coin shop. Every coin shop works differently. I need the people to realize that. Do your due diligence when you're buying and selling, my friends. You got to do your homework. I see too many times people come into the shop. Well, this shop up the road, this shop 20 miles from us, offer me this. Yes, we pay up on silver and gold. We tend to be a little bit higher price when we sell, but we do give a higher buyback price as well. We've had people shop at other shops come to sell to us when the price goes up because we don't care. Sometimes we are a little bit higher out there for a coin shop. We're probably closer to like channel sponsor pinbacks prices most of the time, a little bit under them. Hero Bowling is another one that we're pretty competitive with, but we can always beat out JM at Max SD. Okay, that's where our pricing point is for our coin shop that I work for. I don't own the shop. I think some people get confused that I own the shop. I just work there. I'm not rich like the owner. All right? So, I mean, with that being said, every shop is going to be different, how they sell, how they buy. And to make your life easier, just call them up and say, I got XYZ. How do you want them out of the sleeves? Do you want them out of the holders? Whatever the case may be. That will get you in and out fast. I know it's a pain in the butt, but somebody put them in there. You might have bought them like that too. But some coin shops just don't want it that way. I just don't understand it. But to make your life easier, their life easier, they get you in and out quicker. They can process the material that much faster for them. Or go to a coin shop that really don't care how you bring it in, like us. You know, we wish people would bring 90% silver in separately, at least by Walkings, Franklin's, 64 candy halves. It's difficult because the machine don't actually separate them by style. They just separate them by domination. That is what our machine does. They don't separate them Walkings in this bucket, Franklin's in this bucket. Halves goes with halves, quarters go with quarters. And when you're talking about 64 halves, Franklin halves, Walking halves, Bopper halves, they all go in the same bucket. Then we got to process them after that. They're separated by the 50-cent pieces, 25-cent pieces. You get the idea. And it takes time to process to get it back out onto the sales floor to sell. And it takes hours to do so. Sometimes it takes people searching through their stuff. It takes payroll to do this. So with that all being said, to make your life easier, coin shops easier, call them ahead of time. That's all I'm suggesting people to do. Like I said, some coin shops don't care. Some coin shops really care. And deal with good coin shops, and most of these coin shops out there are good coin shops. Some of these pawn shops out there are good pawn shops. People get a wrong impression of pawn shops too. They rip you off. No. Some of these, depending on what state you're in, like here in Florida, we don't have a 30-day hold at the coin shop level. Pawn shops here in the state, which makes no sense, they have a 30-day hold on even 90%. They have a 30-day hold. They took that away from coin shops, but they didn't do that with pawn shops. It makes absolutely no sense. So sometimes pawn shops have to based on, they pay less. Sometimes they pay more, but they don't know where the price is going to be in 30 days. So keep this all in mind. I don't know what your state's laws are, your city laws are, because sometimes even city laws are different from the state laws. You got to know where to go, who to sell to, and if you do find a good coin shop, stick with that coin shop. If you do find a good pawn shop, stick with that pawn shop. But all these pawn shops are not bad people. They don't try to rip people off. And that's where some people get really confused. Oh, this pawn shop's ripping me off. No. If you accept that offer, you're ripping yourself off. Okay? They made an offer. If you don't like the offer, just walk out. Say, no, thank you. I think I can do better elsewhere. That's all you to say. It's an offer. So even at these times, silver and gold are moving up in price. You need to sell. Shop around. When you sell, same thing when you shop around. And some people don't even shop around when they buy. They go to one place and that's it. They don't shop around. And they're paying way too much. They're paying way too much. I see it all the time. Why pay more when you can go to other places like channel sponsor Pimex and save yourself nearly $70 for a tube of Silver Eagles over JM prices? Why would anyone pay that much more? It just makes no sense to me. That much more. And it's crazy. You could take that $70, take your husband, your wife, your kids out to a good meal with $70. Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. So thank you, channel sponsor Pimex, for sponsoring this channel, Coin Shop Chris. Thank you to the viewer out there, because it's not possible without you. Come join this channel, my friends, if you're not yet subscribed. Come join Stop the Milk campaign of our 90% silver. We didn't talk about that too much in this video, but I'll make it up to you in probably later this afternoon's video. It's been a crazy day already at the shop. I gotta upload this video, and I gotta get my rear end back to the shop. Thanks for watching. Crazy Coin Shop Chris is out.